What up, ninjas? Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Today we are making vegan bounty bars. Before you decide to shut this video off, let me tell you, I love bounty bars growing up. Absolutely love coconut. I love anything coconut, and I know a few of my friends who absolutely die for this recipe. There are some who absolutely detest it too. Like you.
That's me!
So these bounty bars were an absolute winner, and eventually as time passed I kind of tweaked the recipe here and there, and a lot of you have already made it before because I have shared this recipe before, but I wanted to show you how I make it in person and you can actually kind of get a full... Where was I going with that? Feels. Where you can get the feels, thank you, where you can get the feels of how this is made. But it's a very simple recipe. Even though it's vegan, you don't miss the sugar, you don't miss butter, you don't miss any of it because it all comes together really well. There's coconut, there's dark chocolate, it's very simple, it's no bake. You don't need anything fancy to make it, but it's a really yummy treat. It happens to be on the more nutritious side. Did I plan for that? No. Maybe, we'll never know, but let's just get started. How about that? So we're going to start by adding our fresh coconut into the bowl. Now, I want to talk very quickly about the coconut. I'm using freshly grated coconut, as you can see. If you are going to use frozen, make sure it is defrosted. I would recommend tasting it first because if it's already sweet, maybe you don't need that much amount of sweetener. If it's not enough sweet, then you'll have to add more sweetener. So you need to make sure you taste it before you actually start using it. I then want to add my desiccated coconut into the bowl as well. Almond powder. I'm going to go in with some vanilla powder as well. Stir all these dry ingredients around before I add in my wet mixture. I then want to add my coconut oil. I have virgin coconut oil here, but any edible coconut oil works. I'll be using maple syrup. You can use honey, but then it's not vegan anymore. You could also use agave syrup or date paste as well. Any sweetener of your choice. So once your coconut mixture has soaked up all the coconut oil and the maple syrup, you want to give it a quick taste. At this point, you're checking for sweetness. If it's sweet enough, you're good to go, no problem. You want to make sure it's sticky enough to form a ball. If for any reason you feel it's not sweet enough, add a bit more maple syrup. But that means your mixture will get a bit too sticky. So then you can add a bit more almond flour just to ensure that it's not that sticky. It should be able to form a ball. If I put some of the mixture in my hand, it should hold together like this. That means I'm good to go to now shape it into my tin. Once all my mixture is in this container that I have lined over here, I want to pat it down really well because if I have any air pockets in between the mixture, it's not going to freeze rock hard. It's going to break up as I try to cut it later. So you want to take your time with this step and really just pat it down well. Time to put this in the freezer.
6 hours later.
It's what, 6 hours later approximately? I don't know. But basically you want to freeze this until it's absolutely rock solid hard. So you want to ensure that it's not at all soft, because if you... What we want is basically this to be rock hard, where we know the entire mixture is completely solidified. So we've got our bounty mixture that's already here now, and what we need to get started on is the chocolate. So I want to start by heating my chocolate up on a double boiler, which is basically a little small saucepan like so, which has got water in it, and then I've got bowl with chocolate. Now I'm going to temper this chocolate a little bit, and for those of you who are saying, oh, we're at home, we don't have a marble slab, we don't have thermometers to temper chocolate, this is a very easy way to temper chocolate at home. You want to first start by getting your water hot. This has to come on for that. There we go. You want to get your water hot, and once it's bubbling, you want to put this on top of this. You want to put the bowl. Start that, we'll do that again. It is completely smooth. I mean, it's 100% smooth. I'm going to take it off the heat, and I want to add the rest of my chocolate. into this, and I'm gonna stir this, and the current heat in the melted chocolate should melt down the chocolate chips as well. Oh, melted chocolate looks so good. Once it's completely smooth, we want to add a little bit of coconut oil in here and stir that around. So I want to set the bowl of melted chocolate to a side because I want to now get slicing. So I'm going to take each coconut slice and just dip the base, and I'm going to just get rid of any excess. So I want to make sure that I've got a nice coating, and then I'm going to leave it on my rack here. Then want to just spoon over the excess chocolate over the top, and I want to spread this out. I'm going to add a little bit of salt on the top, and as it sets, it's going to stick to it. So now I'm going to put these in the freezer for a couple of minutes. I would say maybe 5 minutes or so, just until the chocolate gets a bit more solidified. It is already hard and I can see it's already set, but I want to ensure that it's got that crack when I bite into it. So I'll be right back. It's out of the freezer and it's set, and if you look at it, I mean, this is exactly what a Bounty bar would look like. It's a little rustic on the edges, but I promise you it's way more delicious. So let's bite into this. Oh, the coconut and the chocolate. This is good. I'll tell you the problem you're gonna have when you make these. You'll never like the Bounty bar from outside ever again. This is gonna be your go-to. I'm just gonna have another bite. And that salt on top is a must, by the way. It cuts up the sweetness of the chocolate and the coconut. It just balances everything out. This is my Bounty bars at home, vegan. Well, ninjas, this is how I make my vegan Bounty bars, and if you do try the recipe, make sure to tag me so I can see how it turned out. I would love to see your creations. Comment your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you would like to make. What are you craving lately? And I'd be happy to make a recipe or two based on that. I have new videos coming out every Tuesday and Friday. So make sure you subscribe if you already haven't. Well, that's all I've got for now. I'm gonna be here with my Bounty bars and enjoy positive ninja vibes.